Hello, my name's Emma Bieber, and I am here with
Sawyer Farspeet.
and I played Catherine in Newsies.
All right, my first question for you is, what was your first experience in plays, especially at like a younger age?
When I was in kindergarten, I lived in Fairview. I went to East Side, and I was a tomato in the Secret Garden. I was part of the ensemble as just a wee little lass. Do you want just the first experience or all of them?
I'll take all of them.
Okay, and then I guess moving forward with that, when I was a sixth grader, I'd see the one act play kids up on the stage and be like, wow, I want to be a part of that. I want to do that. And so then when I was a junior, no, that's a lie. It was, oh my goodness.
What year?
Hold on, I'm blanking out. Oh my gosh. It was my 7th grade year. It was my very, very first play that I did that wasn't like a musical theater thing. And it was a lemonade stand. Complaints in a Lemonade Stand. That was my first play. And then I just recently have done Newsies, and the one before that Grease, and the one before that Annie.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, okay. So you did 3 plays under Mrs. Stonehocker?
Yes.
Nice. Okay, and then your last play as a senior was Newsies. Very sad.
Very sad.
Okay, can you tell me the feelings that you went through when you noticed it was your last play?
Well, before we went out for closing night, we all got together in the rehearsal room, and we had our eyes closed, and Miss Stonehocker had her speech with the ambiance music.
Oh
and
my
all
gosh,
that,
yeah, I
and
cried.
the waterworks just went. It was very emotional. Not so much that it's my last one, but more so that it was my last one with the family that we've established here at Center Stage Performing Arts. I realized I was going to miss these guys so much, and I wasn't going to have the family and connection with these same people ever again unless I came back.
Yes, for the 5-year anniversary for Grease.
5-year
Yes,
anniversary for Grease.
We need to do that. That'd
Coming
be
soon.
so fun. Yes, in 4 years. Give it time. Okay, so I guess this brings me to my next question. What, if anything, are you planning on doing play-related, performance-related, if for college or for profession even? Mm-hmm. Do you have any plans or dreams for those kinds of things?
I would absolutely love to do it in college. I don't know if my major is going to allow me to, but if I could get into their theater program and do musical theater in college, that would be wonderful. I plan to go to UND. And so if this reaches a scout from UND,
oh yeah,
I'm your girl, I promise.
I'm here too. I'm a freshman, but I mean, I'll drive.
Yeah,
to Grand
exactly.
Forks. Hey, why not?
You.
I mean,
no, but and then Broadway has always been a big dream of mine. If I could get there, I will get there.
Oh, if you're getting there, I'm going to every single one of your performances.
I will save a spot for you, Elma Ford.
Yes, okay. You heard that. That's
VIP.
a recording. You cannot take that back.
I won't.
Got it?
I promise.
When you go with Gavin, Emery, Sawyer, the entirety of the Newsies and Grease cast, when we all go and just kind of buy Broadway, I mean,
yeah.
And just Miss Stonehocker owns it. And
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the goal. That's the end goal.
That is the end goal.
That works. First, we're going to start with Grease.
Grease.
I wasn't in Annie, so
okay.
I don't have a whole lot of connection to that.
Right.
It was good, though. But I want to start with Grease. Can you, in one sentence, explain Grease?
Grease was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. I couldn't do it in one sentence because there's so much. It was an experience.
Yeah. How was the last minute cram of Grease? How was that?
Last minute cram. Okay, so I'm going to be completely transparent and 100% honest with the viewers. None of the cast members knew their lines until dress rehearsals.
Yeah, I was one of them.
It's okay. I was also. So was Sawyer, who played Danny Zuko.
Oh, man.
Yeah, none of us knew our lines.
Yeah.
So that was last minute cramming of trying to memorize and finally getting it the moment that we had mics and lights. And scenes changes and all of that stuff.
Yeah, but personally, I would not want it any other way. The way
Yeah.
that it turned out, just the feeling of it all coming together at once, and then you get
Right.
to see it all just right there in front of you, like, this is what we're doing.
Right.
That feeling is the best feeling ever.
It is. I 100% agree.
Yeah, okay. And then, any funny stories related to Grease?
Oh, so there's this. Okay, so I was Sandy in Grease, and we all know how she kind of transforms from this like goody two shoes to this bad girl in like that. And Sandy had walked onto the stage, confronted Danny Zuko. You know the what's it to you, stud?
Oh, man,
all
yeah.
this. You know where I'm going with this, don't you?
Yes.
And so then, one of the cheerleaders. What's her name?
Shoot.
I know who played her.
Yeah,
but, like,
same, but
What's the character's name?
I always forget this. I have my Grease script right there.
It's okay.
Okay.
Whoever was playing the main lead cheerleader, for some reason I can't remember her name, she comes out and she starts talking to Danny Zuko, and she had kind of a thing for him all throughout the musical. And that is when it is scripted in there that Sandy goes and punches her. Anyway, so Sandy, this is the part where it's scripted, that she punches the main cheerleader girl. And I go to like throw this punch, and usually I would just like hit it right here on my arm, but no, this time I decked her in the face. And it wasn't even on purpose either. It was on accident, and I swung, and she got a face full of my fist.
Was that like in a performance?
Yeah, that was during the show.
That was during the. Wait, how did I not know about that?
Yeah.
No, seriously.
I actually punched her.
I feel like she would have told me.
No, we talked about it so much afterwards. You can ask her about
That's
it.
funny.
She-
I will. Yeah, that's if she comes on. But yeah. Okay. Now on to Newsies.
Okay.
Who did you play in Newsies?
Catherine on the nights I was Catherine, and then I was also a newsie / vaudeville ensemble person on
Yeah.
the nights where I wasn't.
Okay, so you dual casted with Leah.
Yes.
Okay, I do hope I get her on. So can you tell me about Newsies in half a sentence?
Absolutely not.
Okay, tell me in a couple of sentences.
In a
How about
couple of
that?
sentences,
Yes.
Newsies was emotional. It was moving. It was an experience that I am so glad that I got to be a part of, and I'm so glad that I got to take the characters that I had and really bring them to life on stage and portray it to the audience, and it really immersed them in New York of 1899.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a lot more moving parts to that
Absolutely,
one.
yeah.
Can't just throw it together in a week.
Right.
So instead, we did two.
Exactly.
Yes, honestly, that's the way I like to do plays.
Me
It's just
too.
all at once.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes it better. I finally had my lines memorized before the first performance.
Me too.
Yeah.
I
That's funny.
still messed up.
I had like an eighth of the amount of lines that you had, and yeah, I could not remember. So, I guess, how was Newsies on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would have to say 9 because nothing's perfect.
Yeah.
And there's
except
definitely
Grease.
areas, except for Grease. Grease is the word. Grease will always be the word.
Oh yeah.
Grease is the word. Anyways, a solid 9. Nothing is perfect, and there was definitely areas where we could have improved and maybe ironed out a little bit more if we had cared. Not necessarily cared, but if we had put that like extra mile in and came beforehand. I'm speaking about vaudeville specifically. We got it though. The last 2 performances,
Yeah.
we got it.
Last 2 performances?
Yeah, the first 2 were
Oh yeah, you mean the line memorization?
of vaudeville. The
Yeah.
dancing, I'm talking about.
The dance. Okay. The lines were all over the place, but the dancing
it was
I didn't see because I was backstage.
Scene 5, guys.
Scene 5.
Scene 5.
Don't talk about it.
What's happening with Scene 5?
Nobody knows. Okay, time out. I want to make sure that the audio is going because I'm always skeptical. Oh, yes, it is. Okay, it appears at the top, too. Ignore me with my notes. Okay, shoot, that's kind of all I got.
Okay.
All right,
Any
well,
closing questions?
closing questions. Can you explain, in 3 words,
3 words.
where babies come from?
Oh my gosh!
Stop it right there. No, we just stop it right there. No, that's where we cut it. We're just done.
Okay. That's perfect.
Perfect.
That's
All right.
perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Emery Knoll. I'm a senior at Beach High School. Extracurricular activities I do is wrestling, football, and theater.
Nice. Okay, so on that theater topic, I have many questions for you.
All right.
All right. So, in the interest of plays, how many plays or what have you done? Plays, like what plays have you been in?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
First play I ever been in was Annie. That was back sophomore year. I was Mr. Warbucks, and then we went to earlier this year Grease, and I was Kaneki, and
Nice.
then I was the main role. I was Jack Kelly in Newsies.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, so you're a senior right now.
Yes.
That's why I have this one-on-one interview is because you're a senior. So, I guess, what were the emotions running through your head on our last performance in Newsies?
A lot. Because I didn't know if I was going to go and do theater in college or not. And I don't know, going through emotions wise, I'm going to miss every single kid in that
absolutely.
group.
Yeah.
Made a lot of friends in theater, opening up. And there's a bunch of life experiences in there too.
Awesome. Okay. And then here, let me check my notes. All right. So okay. Yeah. All right. Are there any stories you want to share of any past performances, either funny or sad, or anything that you want?
Yeah,
anything
sure.
that stands out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In each performance, I've had an injury. So in Annie, I sprained my ankle, and so I was in a boot for like a good week. And then Grease, I tore my ACL.
Yeah.
So I had no ACL during the performance of Grease, and I was wearing my gnarly leg brace, which actually kind of fit Kaneki. And then during Newsies, I was in post recovery for after my ACL surgery. So I was
Oh,
recovering
man.
while I was in Newsies.
And dancing around and
And
stuff.
dancing
like
around,
nothing happened.
yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. And then, I guess, one second.
You're good.
Okay. Now, this is one thing that I find important to myself.
Okay.
Grease.
Yes.
I want you to tell me all about Grease. How about this? Okay. In one sentence, explain to me Grease.
Grease is the word.
Tristan's over there.
He's walked away.
Oh,
Look at him.
shoot. Yeah, he's going to grab something.
There's your one. I mean, in one word. That's not one word, but that's
No, in one
that's
sentence.
one sentence.
Yeah.
I mean, if I can explain to you what we did for Grease is a bunch of hair product.
Bunch of hair products.
Bunch of hair product.
Whole lot of grease. Figure that
A whole
out.
lot of grease, and it was not fun. I think I started breaking out after a while. My hair was so long. I remember preparing for that. And that was during football season too. So during football season, we had like long hair, and we were supposed to like hair gel it and everything, and
Oh,
it
man.
got messy.
And especially with the helmets, too.
I know.
Yeah. All right. So, so you were Kaneki during Grease.
I was, yes.
Yeah. So, favorite song in Grease?
Favorite song? Grease Lightning.
Grease Lightning, definitely. Go Grease Lightning. I don't know. That's so fun though. That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And
So.
especially riding out on Grease Lightning.
Oh.
yeah, that was even more fun and interesting.
Okay. Explain to me that. Explain that.
So we had our Grease Lightning. It was the car that Kaneki drives, or he got for the group.
Yeah.
The gang. And for us, we use a little kid-sized mini four-wheeler.
Yeah.
And we put cardboard over it with some flames and everything. And I got to drive it down between the theater, the
between
walkways.
the aisles, yeah.
Between the aisles. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. Surprised it didn't fall apart, but yeah.
Oh,
It
it
was
had
awesome.
some pretty close calls.
I know, I
can
would
say
say that.
Yeah. All right. So, I guess the only thing I have left are what are your future plans?
My future plans.
They don't have to be fully play related. I kind
Yeah,
of want your play
yeah,
related stuff,
yeah.
but I mean, like, what are you going to college for? Tell me all
Yep.
that. I need to know you.
Okay. So for me, this summer, I'm shipping off June 4th to Missouri, Fort Leonard Wood, and I will be there for 18 weeks.
Oh, nice.
For the National Guard, I'm going to go to basic and AIT, and I will be going there as my MOS as 31 Bravo, which is military police. And when I get back around October-ish, I may go wrestle at BSC.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'll be studying criminal justice.
All right. All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, I
No.
think that's all of it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I think so. Tristan, you have any idea
Tristan,
what
you
I'm
have
talking
anything?
Talk about how you felt in Annie after the first news about not being able to do basic, like tell that you're supposed to do it.
Oh, you want me to talk about that?
Yeah.
Funny stories. Come on.
They are actually kind of funny
That-
stories.
That did a big impact. on
It
you.
did. It did.
Okay, I wasn't part of Annie, so I don't know any of this stuff.
Yeah. So in Annie, I was supposed to be going to, before Annie, I guess. I was supposed to be going to basic because you're allowed to either go basic and AIT all in one or just do basic and then AIT later. And I was supposed to go basic, but pretty much MEPS is where we go to see if doctors say, yes, you're okay, you're qualified to go in to basic, and
Oh.
so you're in a healthy condition.
Yeah.
And pretty much I told them I had asthma, and they said that they couldn't risk me going to basic because they were afraid I might have an asthma attack or something. So through that whole year, I was with Annie because I would go to practice all the time and talk about it. I was supposed to get undiagnosed with asthma.
Undiagnosed?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So yep, I know exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't know
We're
you
gonna
could-
revoke your asthma.
literally. So I had to go up to my doctor and say, "Hey, I need you to undiagnose me with asthma so I could go to basic and serve for my country." And she's like, "All right, gnarly." So I got undiagnosed with asthma, and it turns out she's also in the National Guard.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
yeah, that helps a lot.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, there's more fun stories, I guess.
that's funny. Okay, yeah, stuff like that. Okay, I guess that's it. Yeah,
Awesome.
that was fun. Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
Yes,
No,
thank you.
thank you. Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
My name is Angie Helsberg.
Yeah.
Yes, I am the director of the One Eye Play, right? I am director of the junior senior class play, and yes, I am the speech advisor coach.
Yeah. Okay. And then, so starting with speech, what is it exactly that you do as a speech coach?
Well, let's see, we pick pieces. Some of the stuff we do together, right? We do practices together, but I generally try to pick up pieces that are appropriate for everybody's levels, and then I have kids pick their different events, because there's 14 different events to choose from, right? Either interps or speaking events, right? And then we practice, and I help the kids at practice, and we set up schedules, and we go to meets, and I perform, and hopefully kids stay qualified and make it to the state meet, right?
Yeah. All right. And then I guess what do you do as a One Eye Play director?
When I play, I pick the play, right? Generally summer or early fall, and then we go through and I kind of like to choose one that has several characters or several places where we can kind of fill in.
Yeah.
If I have main actors that I know, like older ones that I know want big parts or will be good at big parts, then I kind of look for plays that will fit the actors.
Yeah.
Right now we're doing mostly humorous, so I don't know that we'll do a serious play soon, maybe.
Maybe.
But since I have some strong older actors right now, then we're kind of focusing on that. And then we have set up our practice schedules, and then we practice, and we do the best we can, and then we go to regionals in Dickinson every year. And generally, if people want to be in the play, any of the students from 7th grade to 12th grade, anyone can join. I will find them a part. We don't do auditions just because I don't. So I just let everybody who wants a part, I give them a part. If they want a small part, I say sure. If they want a big part, I say sure, right? If they want to just be on the side, right? We have several kids that just want to do set stuff, then we do that. So they can help us play, but they don't have to be in it.
All right.
No.
Yeah. Okay, and then now junior senior play.
Okay, junior senior play is just our class play that we do each year. sometime during the year. Sometimes we do it in the fall, sometimes we do it in the spring, just whatever works for the kids. And I generally pick kind of something fun, and I try to get as many juniors and seniors involved as I can, even if it's just a run-on part or just a quick kind of, or helping with set part. I had a couple kids this year that didn't want to be in the play, but they wanted to help. And then we kind of just, we get really kind of race, and we get very few practices, but they do the best they can because they're pretty busy. Juniors and seniors are busy.
Oh yeah.
So with activities, so we do about 6-7 practices if we can, and then we perform the play for the community, and it's generally pretty fun. But that's just kind of a junior senior class activity, something they can have fun with. It's not anything competitive or anything like that.
Yeah.
So
I like that. Okay, and then for speech, how often do we get state qualifiers here in Beach?
we've been getting them every year, right? So there's a few years that we haven't had state qualifiers. We've done okay at regionals, but we didn't hit that state qualifying mark. But the last few years, we've always had at least 3 or 4. Last year we had our most. This year we have quite a few, but last year we had our most because we had 7 students that qualified, and it was in 8 different events. So this year we have 5 students, but we're qualified in 6 different. We have 6 different entries events. So.
Yeah.
So we're doing pretty good this year. So, but even previous to that, we've always had a few. And then last year we had 1 all-state student. The year before that we had 3 all-state students, just because we had a couple of the older kids. But this year we should have 3 all-state students again, which means you have to state qualify or rank very high in 4 separate events. Either in speech or in one-act play. So yeah. So it's you and Gavin and then Emily. So
Yeah. All right, and then I guess what is your favorite part about speech?
my favorite part about speech is probably seeing how well the kids, like how much better the kids get from when they start to when they're like older, like when the younger kids, right? Because I think some of the seniors now have been in speech since 7th grade, so even younger than that, or at least since 9th grade, right? And so they get better and better, and it's exciting to see them all have fun, and when they place, right? When the little ones place and do really good too, so that's what I would say was the best part.
Yeah, I like that. And then I guess on to one-act play, because we're kind of just skipping around, my bad.
Well, that's fun.
What is your favorite part about one-act play?
One-act play is it's probably the same. It's the fact that we get all because one-act play and speech are both varsity, no matter what grade you're in. So that's can be the funnest, also frustrating because you have to, it's harder for junior high kids. It's to be in varsity. They have stricter rules about that. So.
Oh yeah.
But I like it because then you have bigger teams and they have more fun, and then they're in it longer, right? And they can all state qualified, right? Like we qualified, and for one-act play we state qualified finally after a while of trying. We've always had regionals. We've gotten 3rd in the past, 4 years, and then this year we finally, made it to state this year.
Yeah.
And so, right. And so it's nice to see that the 7th graders actually got to do that, so they can see. But I would say that would be again the same kind of thing with speech. So.
Yeah, I like it. Okay. And then so how long have you been coaching speech?
Speech, I've been coaching since I came here. So after because the last speech coach was the last English teacher in this classroom, and so this should be my 11th year. I think my 11th year coaching speech. Right?
Yeah.
So one-act was a little bit shorter because we didn't start doing one-acts till because they weren't doing one-acts at all when I started. But we started when Jenna, my oldest daughter, she was a senior and she wanted to do it. So we got a group of 5 or 6 of them together. We did it. So that was our first year we did it. So I've been doing that for about I'd say 8 years. And same with the junior senior class play. We kind of combined the junior class play with the senior class play because neither of them were getting done either. There was about a 2-year gap, so they were getting done. Then there was a couple-year gap there where they didn't get done. So we jumped into that too. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's nice. Okay, and is there anything else that you might want to add?
I don't think so.
All right, yeah, that's all I got. So yeah,
Okay.
Thank you.
So there you go.
yeah, appreciate it. I'm sorry, Nolan, I'm a sophomore.
I'm Taya Feldman. I'm a sophomore.
I'm Tristan Beam. I'm a freshman.
And I'm your host. No. So I have a bunch of questions for you guys, especially regarding the play that we did in Newsies. Now, I do understand that you guys are all cast members of plays now.
Yep.
Guys? Yep. Okay, so Sawyer, I'm going to start with you. What was your favorite experience in Newsies?
It was just a lot of fun backstage during the practices to see everybody excel in their different roles and watching just all the younger kids that were involved in Newsies have fun and just enjoy the experience overall of being in theater.
All right. Now, Taya, on that note, what was your favorite experience in this play?
I had a lot of favorite experiences. It was definitely one that I won't forget for being like a first time member of the cast, and it was really fun just to get to know everybody a little bit more. But I have to say my favorite memory was when we were putting up the marquee and Tristan was slapping the letters, and it was really funny.
For no reason.
It was so funny.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to definitely show a picture of that.
I remember
We have lots of videos.
Lots of videos.
So you can
We're gonna
plug it
see
in.
one.
Okay, bad.
Because, okay, and then Tristan, how about you? Same question, different answer.
I'd probably not really different answer. I mean a little. That just my favorite part altogether is probably like going backstage, you know people. But another thing is just to like watch a professional movie and see it all put together in a small town of each other.
Oh, yeah.
And just see it of like how much we can really show everybody because everyone's been so impressed in our community, and just to show small but mighty.
Smaller money, yeah. That's what I think is so cool about plays. That's why I'm doing this video, is to show the effect that plays have on such a small town like Beach, and how even though we're small, we definitely can make some very cool films. So yeah, Sawyer, back to you. Do you have any past experiences, happy or sad, that you want to share about plays? I'm talking like a story.
Happy or sad? Definitely just happy. Overall, when we did Grease for the first time, it was the most nerve-wracking thing ever because you finally had to go out on stage and you had to be this, you had to portray the character that you watched the movie on, and you went and see them play yourself, and you had to portray these characters. Like this Stonearm told us, we had to eat, sleep, live, eat Grease. So in the entire months leading up to it, constantly just acting how our characters would act in real life, talking how they would growing out our hair like they would. It was so much fun to just be living that experience with everybody. Not only that, Grease was all about just the 90s and the 80s or that time era, and you got to relive that. And a lot of people that came and watched Grease loved the play because that brought back so many memories of what their high school experiences were like. It was so much fun to just relive that experiences, and just it really felt like we were back in high school. It felt so cool to act like they used to. It was so much fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. Taya, how about you? Any experiences? What really struck out to you? Happy or sad? I don't care. I want a story.
It's gotta be the marquee.
Yeah,
It's gotta be the marquee.
that was probably-
That's like the letters on the billboard thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
in front
that
of
was
you.
like
When you-
one of the
yes.
best.
When you put it up, you have to slap a suction cup on the letter.
And it made the funniest sound. It was,
Just to Taya.
it
Just
no,
to
it was
Taya.
hilarious. Everybody
Just-
thought it was funny. Everybody was laughing.
Everyone was laughing at it live.
Anytime I came by and you guys were doing that, it's
It was so much fun.
You'll see a short one.
oh, you're getting a hot tool on that thing too.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, come on.
So
Oh, you do.
yeah, that was probably one of like a core memory, definitely. But like I said earlier, Newsies was my first play, so it was definitely just fun just to get to know everyone backstage and having like just fun things happen backstage.
Yeah.
fun too.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. Tristan, you?
I gotta say, sorry, Dan. One time when we were doing our second performance, but it was for the elementary kids.
No!
Oh crap! Wait, what?
We were all like, just like cheer, like you know how we were supposed to do like the cheering, the booing.
Oh,
on all
yeah.
parts. One time with Taya, it was our second performance. Once first time home we made second.
Yeah.
Was for the elementary. Taya, like booed like 5 seconds before, and it was supposed to be a cheer anyway.
And it was dead silent, and I was the only
And
one.
she lost Taya.
It was
So-
terrible, and I started laughing. It was
He
so
had
bad.
like 3 seconds.
Oh my gosh, it was terrible.
But I gotta say that there was so many issues from, especially from Greece, and just like making the community, like I said, stronger and more of a friendship, and like being able to see those friendships and connect up, even at high school.
Yeah.
Have another conversation to talk about.
Oh yeah, just a whole other
Yeah.
reason to be there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So those are my 2 biggest questions. They're kind of the same question but different. So one thing that I want to talk about, Sawyer, especially with you, was Greece. Okay, so I yes, you've already commented on Greece, but what was it like being Danny Zuko?
What was it like? So, I know that it was so for one, it was always super fun. In the part that I got to just kind of be my own like gang leader in the play, I dictated the rules. What I said was a cool thing, and got like the whole point of the Greasers and the Danny Zuko's gang was just to act cool. Like nothing we did was wrong. Everything we did was so cool. It was so much fun to do that, and in the first dance or choreographed song was Summer Nights, which we were allowed to choreograph for ourselves. And Tristan was originally given the job to choreograph it. And then I kind of took it over only because I had like my head is swirled with so many ideas of what to do. And I was always looking back at the original Grease movie because we wanted to incorporate so much of that into the actual play at the same time by making it unique. So I kind of took it over, but Tristan was okay with it in the end. I just felt bad, but he was okay with it. And we had, it was just an absolute blast to be able to do that. And we just, like I said, it was just overall just act cool, act tough, constantly just messing with our hair, flipping our jacket, and that's all it was the whole time. And, you know, just leading up to being in the actual play itself, growing out your hair and everything, people are like, your hair's getting a mess, your hair's getting wild. I'm like, I know it is. We always, during the play, we talked about all of us getting our Grease jackets and bringing them back in this style, which we still plan on doing.
Oh, we're gonna do that.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was so much fun. It was such a vibe. It was so amazing. I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then Tristan, I'm sorry, Tannen, you were Greece. And I was really
It's
sad.
fine.
But Tristan, in one sentence, I want you to describe Greece.
I can't steal outright. I was gonna
Oh,
say.
yeah, no, you were there.
I was
That's
gonna
what I was
say
going
Greece
for.
is the word, but that was Emery's. Man, I don't know.
Yeah. You can take Greece. That's kind of what I'm going for.
Yeah,
It's like, I'm
Greece is
gonna
the
compliment.
word. I mean, the reason why everyone would say Greece is the word is because, like, even like I said, when we brought the friendships back to the high school, when we brought the friendships and the conversations to high school, we like leave sticky notes around and like leave nice comments, and every single one of them for the like past months were like Greece is the word. Like, you know, everyone said Greece is the word.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it is the word.
Oh, it is. It is.
100%.
Yeah. All right. And now, coming up to, I think my last question here is, what are you guys planning on doing in the future? If it be play related or anything, like, do you guys have an outlook that has to do anything with the performing arts? Sawyer, let's start with you. I do understand you guys are like younger than both you two, but as sophomores, do you guys have any plans?
personally, like theater-wise, is just trying to bring more people to it because we added Taya and a bunch of little kids, and they brought so much more livelihood and just a lot of more fun to it. And there's a lot of people in school and just in general that have so many hidden talents that you might never get to see. And so we constantly want to bring more people to the cast, not only to broaden that cast and give people a chance, but to show us. This is really important. This is amazing.
He was on a roll too.
No, sorry. This is my check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, it's really annoying to line up the mic's audio, so I just need these.
There's massive opinions laugh.
Yes, Taya, start laughing. Okay, Sawyer, continue what you were saying. I'm sorry about that.
And constantly just bringing out everybody's hidden talents that you'll never get to see, you know? Like, I never would have taken Taya to be somebody to get in front of the stage and act and dance and have so much fun, but you can tell just from her smile even talking about it that she really enjoyed it, she had so much fun. And I know we had some kids after that came to watch the show that we were asking, do you want to do this here in the future? Do you want to do another play? And they're like, yeah, I kind of want to. And kind of it's just your friends when they join, it's like, oh, my friends are doing it, I really want to do it too. And it's just bringing more people to broaden it. It's just so much fun to watch that happen.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. Okay. And then, Taya, do you have any outlooks in the future, whether it be in the next year or the next 10 years? Do you know what you have any plans?
So I don't really know what I'm gonna do. Obviously, I want to keep doing plays, but life just gets so busy with things, and I mean, doing 2 things at once just for Newsies was really hard because you have to tell your coaches, and then the coaches would get mad at you, and it was just this whole thing that kind of just. I mean, it's nothing against the coaches or anything. It's just doing 2 things at once is really hard.
Always.
But I mean, doing more plays, I would love to. If I, yeah, if
You
I,
will.
I will. And if I I just need to make more time for them. I think. But like Sawyer said, trying to bring more people to that is another thing that I think we should do, because now that I'm doing it, I think a few of my friends thought it was pretty cool, and now I think that they might want to do it. Or just having other people join would be a big solution.
Yeah. Really, just get the whole community into it. That's why they're there.
Yeah.
They're the fun community get together. Especially, yeah.
But I don't know if I would do anything with theater past high school, just because that's not what I plan on doing when I get older. But I think doing it in high school is a lot. It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Yeah. All right. Tristan, now you. Another question.
I 100% will do every single play until I'm a senior, and I'm doing a last play. And it's really tough to say because I love theater. I used to think theater was weird. I hated it. Like with a passion.
Can't
My
watch.
sister especially overused all the songs.
Oh,
Too.
yeah,
It's made
that.
Taylor one. I didn't even plan to do our first play, Andy. I didn't even plan to do it. But when I was like, you know what, I'll just do an extra. And that first step, changed, my whole high school. I probably wouldn't be doing it next day if I didn't make that decision. But for my future-wise, I don't think I might go past college. I really like theater, especially helping out.
Yeah.
But for sure to high school, but college, not sure.
I mean, if it's possible, or
Yeah.
if it fits, then
Yeah.
maybe. But yeah,
For sure.
of course, it's a much bigger commitment.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But then again, it's good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. All right. I do believe that's it. Any last words you guys want to say? Anything else you want to share? Grease is the word. Grease is the word. I need to bring my Grease script next time I do an interview. All right. That's all I got for you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so I am here with the One Act Play kids, or a few of them at least, and I'm going to ask them how One Act Play went, how it affected their lives. That's a little bit dramatic, but I guess just really how our school play shows in our community. So, Bentley, we're going to start with you. Oh, hi, Mr. Zoo. Bentley, we're going to start with you. I guess, what was your favorite part about One Act Play?
That we made to state.
Made it to state. Well, yeah. Oh, we also state qualified, which for the first time since 1986, was it?
I don't know. Okay.
Bentley, okay, so you made it to state. What was the other part? Like the pool? I don't know.
The pools.
It was fun. They had a slide.
It was full
The
of
coffee.
kids.
The amount of coffee I had that trip was great.
Okay, yeah, speak up. Stage voice. Come on, you know this.
The amount of coffee I had was great.
That works. Okay, Vaughn, how about you? Favorite part?
Favorite part was staying in the hotel.
Fair. Oh, wait, didn't I have a room with you?
No, I was
Oh.
with Gus and Nate.
Oh, that's right.
And then it was all
Does it
three
have
of
to be
the
when
varsity
you're at
boys.
state?
No, just
Or
anything.
like the
Yeah, and I'll ask for like funny stories later. But
Yeah, you guys say that for the show.
okay, now Ella, what was your favorite part?
Probably, then we'll get into this later, but the car outside of one of our last rehearsals at the elementary school.
The car outside.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, what does the fox?
Oh, when we were dancing to that.
Hey, that was my best story.
Okay, we'll get to that later. Okay, Zoe, how about you?
I have no clue.
probably hanging out at the hotel.
Yeah, like the pool or what?
Not like
Oh,
annoying
okay.
children.
What did we do at the hotel anyway?
We ate food.
That's
Me
the
and
I'd
fun
probably
vending
say
machine.
ordering garlic knots, but then we actually never got garlic
Oh, yeah,
knots.
Jared
We
bought the
ordered
hot
garlic
chocolate.
nuts.
Oh, we're saying-
Didn't get them.
That's
Kinda
what
sad.
she literally just
I
said.
know.
Okay, next
Except
question.
sorry, fine. I'm sorry.
Next question.
Okay, Bentley. What was your character or characters in One Act
Well, I
Play?
had the masked people, were the chorus people, and then I was a British guy.
Okay, let me rephrase this. In one sentence, explain to me the play that we did.
It was funny.
It was funny. Okay, Vaughn, how about you? In one sentence, explain the play.
Evil pop machine.
All right. Ella, in one sentence, explain the play.
Explain the play or what I did in the play.
In one, whatever you want.
Pop Machine was really, really weird.
Pop machine and was really, really weird. All right. And Zoe, how about you?
My character was very grumpy.
Very grumpy, yeah. Fair. Okay, and yeah. All right. And then I guess. So my biggest aim with this video is I'm going to see how plays and other things like plays have impacted communities and kind of brought people together. So in that definition, so to speak, how do you think One Act Play has done for our community?
Eh.
Eh.
We did good.
Oh, you
It
got
helps us speak.
Helps us speak. Yeah, I like
That's
that.
about it.
Vaughn, how about you?
It brought lots of people together to watch the same thing.
Over and over. Fair.
Yep. All right, Ella, how about you?
Ditto to what Vaughn said.
Ditto to what Vaughn said. Okay, and then Zoe.
I think it kind of inspired kids' creativity
Yeah.
and maybe making them want to do one act when they become older. So kind of almost like featuring what high school one act does.
Yeah. And then
It also
And, like,
is
sparking an
really
interest.
fun to have a great director.
Oh yeah, we had a very
Like, not the
good
character director. He was kind of weird.
Yeah.
What
But,
the
like,
heck?
the actual director.
We had
He
a
didn't know his
very
lines
good-
or
We're talking-
anything.
of course she's walking by.
We had a very good director.
Very great director in One Act Play, Mrs. Salzberg.
Next question.
I guess funny story time. Zoe, we're gonna start with you.
We were walking out of one of our last rehearsals, and we were packing up, or I shouldn't say walking out, but we were packing up all of the burrito bags, and 5 of them disappeared.
Naturally.
And
found
so
one.
we were short of 5. We only found 4, but the funny part was Gus had all 4, and he was sitting in the corner of the stage, just sitting there at the 4, which made no sense. But
Okay, now I'm thinking about this. Pop machine, burrito bags, grumpy teeth. None of this makes any sense when you think about it if you don't know the play.
Oh.
Yeah.
A
No,
play
but-
about a pop machine and a lounge or a teacher's lounge, and kids having to incorporate.
Oh shoot, the camera just turned off. 1 second. Look at this. This one makes.
And to incorporate how you can get a
Start that
play.
over. Start that over. This is why I need somebody to help.
Wait,
No, I don't.
we gotta do what
the whole
Vaughn
thing.
does. We gotta do what Vaughn
I
does.
mean, like,
okay, I guess we can have it.
why are we? Okay.
Kids in a teacher's lounge and a director trying to direct a play that incorporates a pop machine in it. And this pop machine is like basically the center stage of where these plays come from. Like one scene, a gorilla, and all these kids are coming out like gorillas. And that's how human evolution became a thing, because they drank pop and
Yeah.
started to stand upright. Or what's the one with your guys' crazy legs?
Oh, Dorothy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dorothy, where I don't really know where that one went with that, but
Oh, that one was all over
There
the
was
place.
Superman.
yeah, Superman with
Narnia Kids.
Oh, yeah, that's my
Kids.
British
And Dorothy, that was the Dorothy one.
What the
Transformers.
the ancient Greek one?
Odysseus.
Whatever, but the pop blinding the light or blinding him,
I don't think this is helping
like from
explain.
Jumanji, when he grabs the stone and it blinds him. But imagine that as the pop bottle,
Oh my
and
gosh.
he's shaking it, and it turns green, and
This
he
is
goes
not-
blind.
This is not helping.
Well, maybe that you should have just came to one act play in this Jamestown, North Dakota, and saw it because
Or Beach, North Dakota.
Or you
Or
could have
beef.
just came here, yeah. That make a sound. Did I got a little.
swear it's
No, it's not fine. This one.
Okay, start talking about your. Okay, back to funny stories.
back to funny stories.
Back to funny stories.
Okay, so my funny story. Can I go?
Yes, you may speak.
So so we had one really late night rehearsal. Zoe and I got out of basketball at like 6 or 7. 6, 7.
Oh, okay. We don't need it.
And we get out of basketball. We like literally go up to Flying J, get some pizza or food, and then fly down to the elementary school. Well, my voice was like almost completely gone. And that's just a little backstory. After the whole rehearsal, we go outside and we're waiting for Miss Halsper, and Zoe and I are waiting for my sister, to pick us up. Well, Emily starts playing "What Does the Fox Say?" like from 2018, and we're jumping up and down, and we're just singing to it. And then Miss Halsper comes out and yells at us for because Zoe
Being
and
in
I,
the freezing cold with only shorts on.
and we obviously had shirts on, but besides
Shirts. I hope we had shirts on.
I don't think we had to clarify that. I don't think we really did.
But that's my funny story because
Yeah.
we got to dance in the freezing cold, and it was like November. It was
Yeah.
pretty great.
Awesome.
As it's snowing.
It was snowing.
It was
wasn't
actively snowing. Yeah.
And
Not
they're
a
all
lot.
huddled
But
in the warm car and we're all outside dancing.
Just like
just jumping. We were making
What
our
does
own.
that fox say?
Okay, Vaughn. How about you? Funny story.
Well, there's a scene where everybody has to huddle. Lots of people have to huddle inside the pop machine, and somebody kept farting and gassing out the entire pop machine. So that was interesting.
My favorite
Very
funny
humid.
part was the gorilla scene. We all came out because it was fun being a monkey.
Oh well, yeah.
Oh, another funny one. When we're walking out, so we're performing in front of the high school, and Emily falls off the ladder and
Oh my gosh.
the pillar falls down. The ladder falls down and hits the ground, which it wasn't supposed to hit. We were supposed to catch it. And then the back props behind it, which were supposed to act as like the wall or the theater, also fell down. And everyone thought it was part of the play, but it wasn't. But it made a huge boom. I think we scratched the floor.
oh, I have another one.
Bust right out.
So we had to do it in our gym, which normally we don't. We do it at the elementary. Well, when we didn't have a lot of the music, so I did something at the beginning of the year during practice, and it's like I hold up a sign and say I'm a tornado, and then I start to spin. Well, I did that in front of the high school because we couldn't have that sound. So I go and I say, I'm a tornado. I swear, I say like 50 times. I have to run out. I almost trip into the front row's lap, which is like all the senior guys and junior guys.
Oh, dang.
It was really embarrassing. And then I had to sprint out, put on my wig, and run back out and stay out into the gym. And I almost fell over. It was great.
All well busy, yeah. Okay, and then anything else, Vaughn or Bailey, that you guys want to add?
No, well, I could add something, but I probably shouldn't say it.
Full advice from the One Act Play kids is, if the bear pokes you, you poke the bear.
You poke the bear. But
And
only
if the
if
bear
the bear
eats
pokes
you,
you.
you
You eat the bear. You eat the bear first. You know?
Yeah.
After the bear ate you.
Yeah.
Our group chat name was the Bears.
What? No way. I totally don't have a phone.
You could
No,
you could call us the One Act Bears.
Yeah.
we should have just changed our name from the Bucks to the Bears. The Beach
Beach
Bears.
Bears.
It doesn't really fit
Next
as much.
question.
All right, and then you guys. Okay, so you're freshmen. We have 2 8th graders and my 7th grade little brother over there. So this probably doesn't pertain much to you, but do you guys have any future plans of theater or any like acting or arts or whatever?
Like college.
Yeah, like college
Oh,
stuff.
college?
Or any like even if you're gonna do like say the
Or like
musicals
FBLA or
here.
stuff like
no, I mean like for plays.
that. Yeah, but there's
Those-
still
Oh,
those
like,
next-
FBLA,
yeah, like I feel like when you talk in front of people, that's like One Act.
kinda,
Basically like speech.
not really, but yeah.
Well, it kind of helps you to
Yeah,
speak
it
in
does.
publicly in front of people.
We only do it once. But
And technically, you do it.
Okay, and you'll continue.
yeah, anything in the future, whether it be high school or college, any other new things that you guys want to take on?
Does it mean next year's One Act Play?
Yes, we can
Okay.
do all the years one night play. I'm assuming that for all of you, and you have no choice.
Actually, I do have a choice. What if I die?
2 years.
We'll have bigger problems.
Then.
Yeah, this hospital asked me
Yeah.
about it.
Okay, Bentley. Any
Some-
future plans?
No, why?
No.
Just doing it next One Act Play, even though that's bad.
Anything else you want to try out?
No, why?
Okay, Vaughn. How about you?
No further plans in that lane.
Then what?
One Act?
Oh, well, I'm doing One Act every single year.
No further plans. He's
Bro's done.
He is done.
All right, Ella. How about you?
Probably just One Act, and then, I mean, maybe like open theater when I'm older.
Open theater.
Yeah, there's a thing called open theater in bigger towns that you can just like go and then you practice for a couple of weeks and then, ta-da! You have a show.
Oh, we kind of do that here.
No,
But
you don't. You have to audition. Here, you don't have to audition.
no, we do auditions, but we just know each other, so you don't really have to. Okay, Zoe. How about you?
probably just doing One Act again next year.
Yeah.
And the following years.
Yeah, and the following years, after years, after years. So 4 years.
Until we're
4 whole
old and
years.
gray.
Great.
Stressed out.
Not
Yeah.
even 18.
Math work piled to the ceiling.
That's a you problem.
I don't have any math work.
You're a
Math work's
you
negatives.
problem.
I got like one. Like my pile's about right here. 'cause we
Okay,
got
next
one assignment.
question.
Claire,
That was my last question.
my pile's not here.
What?
Am I the only one that noticed? Am I the only one that noticed that there was a camera right there? That
Nah,
just-
I've been looking at that
I've been-
for like
You did? Yeah, I have 2 camera angles, just in case either one quits or
You get my bad angle.